today we have His Holiness Karmapa coming here at the Gyuto monastery. He'll be here shortly. He's coming from San Francisco. This is the Gyuto Foundation, and many Tibetans are here to greet him. So around 9:30 he'll be here. Then we will leave from here to the monastery, and he'll be here for about an hour. Yeah.
I don't know why that's not open. Except, you know.
So, Your Holiness, this is the cup that we've gathered for you. We're actually going to give you a special one to take away that's carefully packed, so it'll get back to Gyuto safe and sound for you to remember us by. Your Holiness, I take this opportunity to let you know that all of the venerable monks of the Gyuto Monastery are very honored to have you here at the Gyuto Foundation, as well as our presence at the Gyuto Monastery in Dharamsala, India, where you have been our honored guest since you left Tibet in 2000. Today, your presence marks an important moment for the Gyuto Foundation. It has been dreamed for many years of Gendanyo, the venerable monks of Gyuto, both here and in Dharamsala, to have teachers such as yourself visit us and provide the teachings of the Buddha. Last year, we were fortunate enough to be able to host His Eminence the Ganden Tripa, Rizon Rinpoche, for a series of teachings, including both the Vajrayogini and Chenrezig empowerments. Next month, in April, Professor Samban Rinpoche, who has visited us several times in the past, will be here to teach on the Four Noble Truths. And in May, His Holiness the Dalai Lama's principal translator, Dr. Thupten Jinpa, who again has spoken at Gyuto many times, will be coming back to give a public talk. As His Holiness advised us, the teachings here should not be only Geluk teachings or Gyuto teachings from the Geluk or Gyuto tradition, but from all four schools of the Tibetan Buddhism, and we are honoured to say that next month His Holiness Sakya Trizing Rinpoche will be here to give us several days of the Vajrakalaya empowerment. And we've contacted many of the local Dharma groups to offer that they could come here and use all of these facilities for whatever purposes would be of use to them. Also, His Holiness was very clear that we should use this centre not simply to support Buddhist traditions, but also to support non-Buddhist traditions, to support interfaith dialogue and support both the Tibetan community, which, as you know, is very large in this area, and we're quite close to it here, and also the local community of our neighbours. His Holiness called upon us to be a learning centre for everybody, and it's the intention of Gyuto to make this a reality. In 2016, we are working very hard to host His Holiness the Dalai Lama for the third time here in the Bay Area, and it appears that that is going to happen. We've been given some good preliminary information on that, but as usual, we have to wait for the very last minute before announcing it. But we are very optimistic, as I say, for the third time His Holiness will be here, sometime in the spring of next year. Venerable Thupten Danyo makes a sincere request to you, Your Holiness. We would like very much to invite you to be our guest in 2020. You're planning ahead. So we can celebrate your 35th birthday and the 20th anniversary of Gyuto. And of course, they're only a few weeks apart, so it's a perfect opportunity, and we would love you to visit us between now and the year 2020. But we would definitely love it if you could be here in 2020 to celebrate your birthday and our anniversary with us. Finally, on behalf of all the Venerable Gyuto monks, I conclude with my sincere thanks and appreciation to you, Your Holiness, your entourage, your staff members, and all of the people who are involved in making this historic visit possible to the Gyuto Foundation and all across the United States. Your Holiness, we hope that you enjoy your trip to Yosemite. It's one of the most beautiful places in America, and I hope that you can have enough time to relax, enjoy it, and prepare yourself for your trip that's coming up ahead. We also hope that you have a very successful 2-month visit here in the United States, and we hope very much that we'll be able to see you again in the Bay Area. And now I can assure you that everybody that's here inside and outside, from the very depths of their heart, are welcoming you and are hoping very much that they could hear from you if you have an opportunity that you'd like to say a few words to us.
Today, Gyuto, Gyuto Tasangi, and Chiso, Dinanalia, Yak, Kudup, Tumbe, Gavshachu, and Danger Sang, Zeki, the Chiso, Gindibusore, and Dana Singi, Mimasore, and board member.
It gives me great pleasure to visit here at Gyuto Vajrayana Center and come to this Dharma Center of the Dögyur Chatan. And furthermore, I'm very happy to have this opportunity to be together with all of the Venerable Ordained Sangha, all of the board members of the center and its members, as well as our friends and guests. I offer my heartfelt welcome to you and Dashi Dele.
지동 구주 구글로리아 구주 구글 룸줄이야 되네 가수에 다 주주리아 영세 아니 예동 단 예동을 나로리아 야가리아 레프스레 다드네 에 주주리아 아무 세빈다 나와 카시에 다드네 주주리아 되게 내가 가수라지 내사야 없으면 정한 수를 치지 그게 대야 치시지 이제 비슷한 군대기 장원이 치 아니 가수라다 강한남 베톤 두시제 지구리아 두스테브레 다드네 제제 엔다 로 방부 나와 같이 돼야 다 로정아 차파 다 로정아 지지야 안 유들이야 그게 아니 가수에 대하로 그거를 또 숨래 안다디 유들이야 데베가 당 아주 상마 알아서를 줘봐 참에게 아니 아주 지 오늘 지 소소기 지 나이 받는 시를 이제 전화로 지 온디야래 지단 체빈의 추규를 제 뜻 추규로 뜻 가수다 마드라지 제 카르스라는 저저어데 인다 된담 그 추규 지고 그 그규 고버질 대비네 아 유주 대비는 신지 그 이제는 상으로 지 가수 기보다 대부분의 영화들 가고 싶어하는 선택이 하는 신경쓰죠. 제가 뒤주제 되네. 다 유주리 아저야 그들이 싶다. 자디야래. 어제 유산의 뒤주제 되네. 안다리 아주 유주게 하는데 가수한테 아니 최소리야. 자 고급 충분히 가장 가고 총 안돼 아주 again
today 다 우마지 제마로 지 우마지 예동제래 지 그래 디두산에 안 자투 요만 다디 안다들이 자 고급 정보들이 자 가고 정수야
I think as most of you know, I left Tibet at the end of the year 1999 and arrived in India at the beginning of the year 2000. And the initial plan was that I would stay at the Gyuto temple for a few months. And this opportunity was very graciously provided by His Holiness the Dalai Lama, according to his instruction. So, but the initial plan was that it would be more like a stay at a guest house, in the sense that it would be just a brief stay, maybe a few weeks, maybe a few months. And here it is 15 years later, and I'm still living at the Gyuto temple in Sidbari. However, this has been a wonderful opportunity for me. I have not only been hosted graciously there, but I really have the feeling toward everyone there at Gyuto like they are members of my family. We are all in the same family. You could say from a certain superficial perspective that we belong to different Dharma lineages, but that's certainly not the ultimate view. That's certainly not the most genuine view to look upon our relationship with each other. Our true relationship with each other is that we are all part of the same family. And in fact, I think it would be very hard to imagine me staying at in a more pleasant environment, in a more comfortable way, even if I was living at a Kagyu monastery. So, Gyuto Monastery, the Gyuto Temple, and the people there have been very kind to me and to all of my party for so long now. And therefore, it gives me great delight to come here and visit this center of Gyuto in the United States. And I'm also very happy to meet with the Venerable Thupten Döngyö. Thank you. I'm also happy to meet with the Venerable Thupten Döngyö As you know, I passed briefly through this area in 2008, but I didn't have the opportunity due to the tight schedule then to come here, to be here and to be with the Venerable Tupten Dönye. And so I'm especially happy that I've had the opportunity to do so this year.
아주 대야 안지 최소 지역체 근데 최소 뒤에 안에다 다 펜토 섬으로ပဲ펜토가 누구르디 아당기 경고를 치기 강한 남은 신기 남아 상계에 에너지 가르에 최소기 최고 배설을 잠시도 마세베 에너지게 벽에 에너지 쇼다 벽에 시리기 돌이야 지금 가서 좀 제세 때내는 거지 디토는 좀 제세 때내는 거지 차디야래 안 다나 신기 아주 가서다지 벽에 추기 리메 다나 신기야 야 출루 미지베기 다 간다 가서에 interfaith somewhere today toane chulu mijibe anda to the car to the day that rolling scissor of ji but chadi yara tin ju sa di gyun sen tene ta kandara azulia ta jejigi kasure tine kechen ji yabdi as samalo ji obage ji dang ana gaw go me do chadi yara de ju sa an maubaliya 이제 되네 상부주의는 신기 대 야부지 뭐 토리아 안지 배주 야부지 영화지당 다나 생각도 니 녀걸이야지 비밀망부지 영화도 야래 세상 근데 양 뒤다 뒤수 지 냠돈 좀제 지 펜주지지야 투제 시작이 산에 계신을 지 차대요 되게 주산에 딱 가르지 토리는 비냐 네 다 제주이랑 전부 총송 수야이
As was mentioned earlier, the vision of His Holiness the Dalai Lama for this Dharma Center was that it would be not only a place to benefit the Buddha Dharma alone, but it would also be a place where Tibetan culture and knowledge could flourish in general, that it could be an important gathering place and cultural center where information about Tibetan culture could be shared, and not only that, but a place where interfaith dialogue could occur between members of different Dharma traditions and different religious and spiritual traditions of the world, a place where these great discussions could take place. And so I see this as a very important center, and therefore I would encourage you to take great pride and delight in having this center with such a noble purpose. Furthermore, there are many Tibetan people who are members of the community and many Tibetan people in the surrounding areas, and I would encourage the Tibetan community to use this center as a gathering place to come and meet with each other, become familiar with each other, support each other, and do so in an ongoing way. And I really rejoice in this opportunity.
안에 다들 뒤술이야. 다 가져해. 아주 지 튠지 아주 그때 배반 나서지 그 추기 변수제 다나 신기 아주 배반 나로기 엔데지 지 가르다지 사쇼 다지 가르 쳐가 sommar마다 상으로 지 튠지과 다시
안에 아주 춘지샤의 시즈 정말 파운데이션 다들 아주리아 매 말에 춘지샤 멍시르지 안줄이야 멍시 땡땡기 사무지에 되지 양의 우주에 다 예비냐 아니 망부지기 안다 참참 아주지 수수기 네 가보다 이 촉신 다 나한테야 수수기 당분에 셈디 이 다지 장대당 아니 나게다 지들이야 검리에 비자 아주지 촉신기 지구한테 줘야지 레라부터 차대요래 근데 이제 교전되네 아니 아주 다들 뒤지리야 아니지 영어로 시기 우치고 와라 간단한 상황으로지 제발이야 딱 나다 딱 아주 중요해서는 다 뒤지기 아주 상황으로지 공부 지지서는 다 뒤지샤 그거 충분해 다디 마음바래 그냥 여러분이 지 가서에 나서는 냠도 지곧 처시 마셔로 근데 주쇼에 디걸이야 나버도 아 상황을 지 가서에 오늘 전에 가서 다지 준비해서 쉽지 계속 잘해야 돼. 네 디규제는 아주 상황으로 아주 취규 변수에 다나 신기 딱 하다 비밀피 나한테 상황으로 지 튠제다 너즈지지 샤데 쉽지 계속 뭐래 여러분 지기 권세 지 주거에 있는 아주 튠제다 점심 장만 이제 여러 시작 돈을 주고 해야지 저희의 인주산 은지 참에 돌이야 어디 계속 쉽지 뭐지 도시하나 다도 쉬어야지
Therefore, it's very important for us to continue in this spirit of harmony and mutual cooperation between religious traditions, Dharma lineages, and also amongst the Tibetan people. It's very important for Tibetan people of different backgrounds and from different Tibetan regions and so forth to work together on the ground or the foundation of harmony and unity. And I think that this ground of harmony and unity, this foundation, is very firm for us. We have a very deep foundation of harmony for us to work on top of. However, sometimes we forget that ground of foundation and we lapse into our habitual ways of pride and selfishness. Sometimes we can be governed by those more negative habits. So when we find that that has happened, it's important for us to remember that as Tibetans we now enjoy due only to the leadership of His Holiness the Dalai Lama, a greater foundation for unity than we ever have in our past. And it's very important that if we want to accomplish His Holiness the Dalai Lama's wishes in the future, that we work together in the spirit and practice of harmony amongst all Dharma traditions and within the Tibetan people. It's very important for us to work together, cooperate with each other, and endure our hardships collectively together. I think this is definitely the best way to accomplish the wishes of His Holiness the Dalai Lama, and I would like to ask you to please continue in this way.
다들 막 쉬었겠는데 근데 대리대 엄청히 가서 다 가서 뒤주 마시네 뒤주 튕튕지 나로래야 아주 가서 Lega inform cha Junji Naro Chavisa, Diamond there, Sikashwe, Teddy, some warm welcome, some of the Teddy, which is none of their young, around when to Shishua, and a Mount Bali in the end, Yane, Chidwava, American, Lava to California, Australia, Norco, Chubimina, and Yane Andoji. Chezolia, Jacques, Jemeru Shuye, and Paolo to
So that's about all I had to say for today, and again, I'm very happy to be here with you. I know that this event came together rather quickly, and you didn't have much notice to prepare for it, but in the same vein, nonetheless, you have given me such a warm welcome, and I really appreciate this, and I'd like to thank you very much. And certainly, if I come back, if I have opportunities to return to the United States and to California, it is my sincere wish and hope that I'll be able to come back again and again to visit you here at the Dharma Center.
Well, Your Holiness, thank you very much for taking time to talk with us. As ever, listening to you speak, it's always a combination. As ever, listening to you speak is always a combination of inspirational on the spiritual side, but also very practical advice in ways in which people can go forward. Very pleased to hear that. Please drink your tea. Okay. So I'm very pleased to hear that things are going well for you at the Gyuto Center. We realize that you're looking forward to moving on from the Gyuto Monastery, but nevertheless, we're glad to find that you have a happy home and you're enjoying your stay there. We also appreciate the fact that you just sort of supported the view and the vision here of Gyuto, which Gendanyo has worked very hard, and many people have worked very hard to put this place in shape. If you saw the first location of 15 years ago, I think you'd be pretty shocked. That's how it's moved from a little house with a garage to this magnificent center, which we moved into about a year ago. So again, thank you very much for your kind words of support. In terms of how this was all put together, we have had many sponsors over the years, and it's quite remarkable that so many people have been attracted to Gyuto, but they're recognizing not only Tibetan Buddhism, but also the long, authentic tradition that is Gyuto and wanting to support that. So many people have been involved over the years to make this a success. Some of them are with us today, and some of them, regrettably, are not with us today. But what Gendanyo would like to do is to call up some of those key sponsors, long-time sponsors, who have worked with Gyuto to make this a reality, and have them present a kata to you. The folks that will be coming up are, as I say, long-term benefactors, sponsors, board members, attorneys, doctors, and the endowment contributors who have been essential to bringing this into place. And we would like to take this moment to have them come up and offer you a kata. So I'm going to read out the list of people who are coming up, and if you could come up and stand in the center aisle, and then the monks will help you present the kata. So, Benjamin and family, please. Now Andista and family. Ryan and Cindy Liu. Dave Dennison. James Harmon and Jacqueline Rose. Don Rima. Tu Trang and Hoi Trang. Tenzin Norgay. Tenzin Dolma. Bailong Do. To now conclude the ceremony, we would like to invite His Holiness to a small reception with these benefactors and sponsors. But first, we would like to ask His Holiness to sign our guest book.
Well, it's really an auspicious day for us here, especially for the Tibetans gathered here. this is really now a kind of a hallowed place for us, sanctified and blessed by various religious leaders such as the Karmapa today. So it is such a kind of a holy place for us here, and it's really a kind of a very festive mood today. A kind of where today whereby we meet not only Tibetans but the other community members of the other communities as well. So it is really it's really a very exciting day for us. Feeling really blessed, and that's what I'm feeling today here. Yeah.
Speaking as a volunteer for the Gyuto Foundation and the lead volunteer for today's visit of the Karmapa, I'd like to thank all the people who were here today, and we send out this message from the Gyuto Foundation and from the Karmapa that as we gather together here, we invite all people of the planet and also all spiritual traditions to remember the wisdom that is embedded within the leaders, our spiritual leaders, and all people who consider themselves leader of a sacred and of the grace and of the beauty of the sacred path.
Today was great. Yeah, I felt empowered, purified.
It was a true blessing to see him today come to the Bay Area for his church.